Hi, my name is Caitlin Rust, and this is the true story of my middle niece's birth. A little backstory here. By the time I was a sophomore in high school, about 15 years old, I was already a pro at babies. My older sister, Jen, had already had her first baby at 17, making me an aunt at 13. So at 15, I was all about this. We begin this specific adventure on February 13th, 2008. Jen is 9 months pregnant, having just finished a 10-hour shift at Sonic. Wild. Unbeknownst to us, she's also in active labor. Lissa is absolutely sick as a dog, and me, my mom, and my dad are playing pass the sick baby back and forth. If you've ever been around a sick 2-year-old, 10 out of 10, don't recommend. We're cleaning, dodging all kinds of bodily fluids, and just trying to keep everything going. Jen gets home around 12 o'clock, and she's tired and, I quote, a little uncomfortable. Talk about an understatement. So fast forward through a restless night had by all of us, and it's about 5:30 a.m. on actual Valentine's Day. Jen finally decides, oh yeah, we should probably head to the hospital. Cue the load up scramble. Dad and Lissa stay home because the baby still has a fever, and Mom and I head off with my laboring sister. So at the hospital, surprise, Jen is dilated to a 6 and already effaced about 70%, if I remember correctly, which basically means the baby is coming. The problem, however, is that her water hadn't fully broken. So in comes the doctor with her sterile glove that she's going to fix the problem. Now, what happened there is a little bit graphic, so suffice to say, if it hadn't been for my sister's death grip on my hand and the grinding of my metacarpals, I would not have stayed standing. So, yeah. Now it's go time. So the doc runs off to help another mom-to-be, and it's just me, my mom, and our new sweet Nursey Poo. Now, this Nursey Poo was about as blasé as they come. I can't tell you how many times she tut-tutted about my sister, who was actively in labor and in pain. And did I forget to mention that she went completely drug-free, like all natural? So constant tutting, right? So it's just variations of all of that. But so about probably 6 a.m. by that point, she'd been laboring for about 2 hours. My mom and I are flanking her, holding her hand, patting her face, all those midwifely duties. When my sister hollers, she's crowning. There's no doctor in sight. There's no nurse in sight. It's just me and my mom. So our eyes lock across my sister's prone form. We do this little shimmy side shuffle to the end of the bed. And my mom makes a mad dash for the door, hollering like she says she's crowning, like we need help. The nurse, rolling her eyes, strolls in. She full-on moseys this woman. She doesn't believe it at all. She's saying, oh, these things take time. There's no way. By that point, she'd gotten to the foot of the bed. She looks, and then she makes a mad dash for the door, hollering like, page the doctor, page the doctor. So, not so blasé now, are you, Nursey Poo? My niece, my May, was born at 9:04 on Valentine's Day. So fast, the doctor literally didn't even make it through the rest of the pushing process. She just caught her, and I got to cut the umbilical cord, which was something that I will never forget. My dad and Lissa got to come meet the new baby later that night. After Lissa's fever broke and me doing my auntly duties, I went to go get her out of the car and have a snack for myself. And I love hot Cheetos, and apparently so did the 2-year-old. And she did until she didn't, and she vomited all over the pair of us and her car seat. So I got to clean that up. Fun side note as well, later on, after a night of sleeping on the horrible hospital couch, it was my turn to puke everywhere. The flu had struck. Moral of this lovely story is my sister is a goddess. Childbirth is magical, and I really don't recommend giving hot Cheetos to a 2-year-old. Thank you.